Hey guys, today we're going to be breaking down the new characters for part 2 of the 6th anniversary. We have another dual LF banner featuring LF Ultimate Gohan from the Buu Saga and LF God Goku from the Battle of Gods movie. Since I already went through both of the LF characters in detail yesterday, we're going to spend more time talking about the 1% sparkings, but just to go through, I guess, some of the strong points of both of the LF units. Let's take a look at their stats first, because we didn't actually get to see this yet. So we got to subtract 8,000 for the boost stuff. So, okay, he's pretty even across his offenses. 260 is going to be around 262 to strike and then around 260 to blast. So there's not really a huge differential between his offensive stats, which is nice. Defensively, he is going to be looking at about 180k strike defense, which is very, very good. Blast defense a little lower, like 175, mid 170s, so sure, not bad at all. Definitely good stat-wise. I mean, we've seen higher offenses, but the fact that he has both offense stats pretty close to each other, I think is good. 2 normal strikes, that's pretty uncommon for LF units, and he's on a decent amount of teams. God, Ki, Sun, Family, Saiyan, and movies. Pretty good array of teams there. Alright, so I guess I'll mention this for both this Goku and for the Gohan, and actually for all 4 characters releasing today. They all have ranged blue cards, which in this day and age I would actually consider to be very uncommon to get this many long-range blue cards at the same time. He does have an AoE green, which I'm sure everybody's very excited about this. AoE green that's going to heal him, give him damage, give him a card, 60% vanish back, and he gets covered all. Like this is a ridiculous green. It's a ridiculous green card. And then something to mention about his ultimate is it does have 100% sustained damage cut penetration on it, which is very uncommon for modern characters to have. They used to put this on a lot of older units because a sustained damage cut didn't used to be as strong as it is now. Now we have characters that have straight up 70% reduced damage receive buffs. So 100% on this is very, very good. Gonna get his unique gauge charged here. Now this guy's unique gauge is a timed unique gauge. It sounds to me like it's gonna be very similar to LF Purple Cell's unique gauge, the newer LF Purple Cell, where it's gonna fill up over time. It says charge his own unique gauge while this character's in the battlefield, which is the exact same wording as Purple Cell. So the time it takes to fill up, I think, should be relatively close to that Purple Cell. And then he's gonna gain, I would say okay buffs from this. But then he's going to be able to reset the unique gauge when he lands a strike or a blast card when it's full. And when he does that, he's grabbing double card draw speed, extra damage buffs, extra key, reduced key effects are nullified, and then he's going to go type neutral actually for 5 counts, which is really strong because I think a lot of times you're just going to do this and you're just going to ult, right? So he seems pretty good. He has a one-time nullification against the AoE greens, which is the same thing that like Transformed Gogeta and Beast have. So, yeah, God Goku seems to be pretty strong. Ultimate Gohan is a ranged character. Let me just see his stats real quick here. All right, a little bit lower offenses. So this guy's going to be around like 268 or so, 267 to blast. And then, oh no, definitely not lower. No, these are actually higher. Never mind. Wait, what am I talking about? Let me just recheck God Goku. Did I make a mistake with this? No, okay, yeah, Ultimate Gohan has higher stats for sure, yeah. Ultimate Gohan stats are higher. So he's got, yeah, it's upper 260s to blast, but there is a bigger differential between the 2 offensive stats, right? Because you can see there's a 13,000 difference between this Ultimate Gohan strike and blast stats, whereas with God Goku, it's only like 2,000. So God Goku sounds like he'll be more of a balanced offensive character, whereas Ultimate Gohan's going to be more of a specialized blast character, which is fine because Ultra Gohan is also more of a blast character anyway. Well, Ultra Gohan is very balanced too, but I mean, he's technically a ranged unit. So he's going to be upper 260s, which is really good for an LF character. He's going to be at like mid to low 250s. And then offensively, he's going to be low 180s, which is really good. Sorry, defensively for defenses. So I think I probably like this guy's stats a little better. His offenses are a little, or his defenses are a little higher. And his main offensive stat is higher. But God Goku seems to be the more like well-rounded character. Of course, they give Gohan the the special cards and not God Goku. Just extra damage when you use them. Okay. Not on a ton of teams, just Hybrid Saiyan Sun Family. I wouldn't really consider Majin Buu Saga to be a... wait, what is this? Hybrid Saiyans excluding some? What does that mean? What is this? What is that? I don't understand. What is this? I actually have no idea what this means. Hybrid Saiyan excluding some? That might be for like LBR or something. I'm not sure what that is, but he's on Hybrid Saiyan's Sun Family and Buu Saga. I don't really consider Buu Saga to be a team. It's going to be tough to make Saga teams ever a thing, and even though they continue to try and make it a thing, because the benches are never going to work, right? You're going to have characters like Ultimate Gohan and like Buu on the same team, and it's like how are you supposed to make a bench for that? Like, it doesn't work ever. So this guy, I think my number one thing about this character that I think a lot of other people are not really going to realize how good it is until we actually start to use him, but this blue card. This is a ranged blue that is just a better version of Blue 17's blue card. So this guy, I guess we should first explain his unique gauge situation. He has two different types of unique gauges. The first one is a timed unique gauge that fills up over time. And once that unique gauge is filled, by the way, it has the same wording as Ultra Hit. So Ultra Hit's unique gauge takes around 38 counts. When the timer hits 142 counts remaining in the match is when Hit's gauge fills up, assuming you don't use any green cards to speed up the process. So I assume this Ultimate Gohan will have a similar time. 142 remaining in the match will fill up his unique gauge. And at that point, it turns into an offense attack style unique gauge that fills up when he attacks. So that's why it says if unique gauge is attack type here. When the unique gauge is attack type, this is doing massive damage. He's drawing a green card every time he uses a blue card. He's getting 60% because he's getting 30% twice, one here and one here, when he uses the blue card, and then it's nullifying endurance. This thing is going to be ridiculous. I'm telling you, like, all you got to do is just stop time at long range of the enemy sidestepping. You just nullify their endurance and kill them with this blue card. Like, it's crazy. It's insane. It's just stupid. He gets a permanent 100% 2 key recovery boost from using his green card, so you probably want to give this guy a green card the first time you get one as soon as you can, just so you can get that in. He is also getting his full Vanish back twice on this when you have the attack style unique gauge, and he's stacking 40% damage from using this every time as well, which is ridiculous. Getting his Vanish back on the ultimate. He also has Vanish removal on his main ability, and then he also does have the like Ultra Broly mechanic where he actually can cover change against blue or green cards and then, you know, knock the enemy back. He also has the thing that he basically has just a power crept version of, where is this? This might be in the first unique ability. Where is it? There's so much in here that I don't even... Yeah, here it is. He has a power crept version of Blue 17's mechanic here. So whenever the enemy uses a blue card, ultimate, or Rising Rush, he's healing himself by 30%, going type neutral for 10 counts, shortening ally sub count by 3. He's debuffing the enemy's power by 50%, and he's canceling their buff effects. Like, and he has endurance. So this character's ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking of this. Just Gohan Ball Legends. All right, let's move on to Beerus. We took sort of an initial look at Beerus and Majin Buu, the evil Buu, yesterday. Oh, he's a range type. I don't know. Why did I think he was a melee type? Did they change that? Huh. Maybe I just didn't even look. Okay, so he's a range type. He is significantly stronger with blast. Look at the difference between his blast and, I mean, that's a 24,000 difference. 24,000 stat difference between strike and blast. That is a very, very big difference there. I'm not sure how much I like that. I was under the impression that he was a melee type. Maybe, I just forgot to look at the typing he was. Because he's only really on God Key and Powerful Opponent. Yeah, here we have with God Key excluding some as well. Again, I think this is probably for LBR. Movies, Powerful Opponent, and God Key are all strike-based right now. So I'm not really too sure how much I like the fact that he's blast-oriented, but we'll see. Defenses look, decent. Nothing crazy. Normal strike, his blast has anti-armor. Okay, makes sense for a ranged character. The world-ending photon bullet, even though he literally says Hakai when he uses this. I don't know why they didn't just call it that. Massive explode damage, falling effects occur upon activation, 40% special move damage, 20% to enemy sustained damage cut penetration, cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects. It's unlimited times. Shortens allies' sub count by 3, and then it can't be nullified by most other special moves. Okay, it's a lot of stuff on there. It's a lot of damage. This is going to be hitting pretty hard. This is an AoE green. This is a really stupid AoE green too. I mean, it draws a blast card, 50 key, and then when he hits the enemy with this, he gets 20% damage, double card draw speed for 10 counts, and he gets covered all for 5 counts. This is one of those stupid AoE green cards. And then he has the God of Destruction's Verdict ultimate. Massive explode damage, 40% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts. He's nullifying endurance. And then on hit, a portion of the damage is inflicted will also be dealt to the enemy member, so it does AoE damage. Reduce enemy key by 100, minus 50% to key recovery to all enemies for 15 counts, and blast armor. So I would say it's a pretty decent ult, nothing crazy. AoE damage is pretty nice. Main ability is draw the ultimate arts card, 20% health, 50 key, cancels an attribute downgrades in noble conditions, shortens ally stuff count by 5, okay, and then all enemies get minus 50% health restoration. So if you use the main ability in conjunction with the ultimate, so you're giving minus 50% health restoration and minus 50% to key restoration as well. So those are the debuffs he's applying there. Z ability. So this is interesting actually, because we took a look at this yesterday. He's giving God Key, Movies, and Powerful Opponent both defenses. And then he's also giving God Key another... oh. I think they made a typo. Okay, never mind. They made a typo in the thing yesterday. Where they said... because for that 18%, I think it said both defenses on the thing yesterday. I was like, huh, why would they do that twice? But yeah, it makes sense that it was just a mistake. Blast attack during battle. Okay. So that's fixed, I guess. Shorten's own sub count by 2 is default. 100% damage, 70% damage reduction, card draw speed, minus 5 arts cost. We looked at that yesterday already. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. 15% health, key by 20, 80% damage. He's 180% damage already. 40% damage for 15 counts. So he's at 220% damage. 15% of special move and ultimate damage inflicted, which means you want to start with this character because it's stacking 3 times. So you want to start the fight with this guy. Just swap him in and out as many times as you can. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 5 counts. So he's type neutral for 5 counts when he enters the battlefield. Reduce enemy key by 30. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 5 to strike and blast arts cost, 15 counts. Minus 10% of strike and blast arts power for 10 counts. And then card draw speed. All enemies, there we go. All enemies get minus 1 card draw speed for 10 counts. That is a powerful mechanic. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arch attack while this character's in the battlefield. Yeah, this is a once only thing. So everything here is once only besides the healing. Him healing 3% health every time he's getting hit by an arch card is not once only. That's very good. He's reducing enemy key by 70, destroying 3 enemy cards, and then locking them in for 5 counts, which is very, very strong. That is basically an unavoidable combo end for the opponent there. He has a cover change against strikes, which is comboable with the blue card. Following effects occur when changing cover. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a blue card next. Activates twice. That is the same mechanic that the yellow LF Evolution Blue Vegeta has. 20% special move damage inflicted for 3 counts, and then cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions, which is good, sure. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 10 counts, activates 3 times. So when you cover change with this character, he's type neutral defensively for 10 counts. He's destroying an enemy card. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 5 to strike and blast, and special move arts cost for 5 counts, which already is getting applied up here also right here. Plus 5 to strike and blast arts cost. Okay. Following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Dragon Balls plus 1. Okay. Oh, he's supporting. 10% health, 20 key, and 20% damage for 15 counts. Okay, I didn't realize he was supporting and healing as well. That's pretty good. Cancels enemy buff effects when they activate Rising Rush while this character's in the battlefield. Shortens own sub count by 1 every time an enemy uses a strike or a blast arts card while this character is on standby. I'm not really too sure why he's doing that. I mean, I don't know. The cancel enemy buff effects when they activate Rising Rush is clearly supposed to be used in conjunction with God Goku, because God Goku has endurance. Also, I did remember I wanted to check this main ability. Randomly destroys 2 of your own cards and draws a special move arts. Wait, it actually is a special move arts? Because there was a contradiction with this in the official post yesterday, where it said special move arts in one area and then it said special arts in another area. So it is actually a blue card? That makes no sense. He's drawing a blue card and an ultimate card. That actually doesn't make any sense at all. Why would you draw both of those? That seems like a terrible idea. I don't know. I can't explain that. That is just, I mean, that's just an example of bad design. I'm not really sure. Okay, so that was Beerus. Let's move on to Evil Boo. He's a defense type, so we'll see what his defense stats are going to look like. Wow, his offenses are terrible. Oh my god, those are so bad. What the hell? He's at like low to mid 240s in terms of his blast attack. And his strike is low 230s. Jesus, that's so bad. But defensively, he's looking pretty good. He's going to be at mid 180s. Low to mid 180s for both defenses. That's pretty solid for a defense type 1% sparking character. Normal strike and normal blast, and then his only teams are basically our powerful opponent and regen. Majin Buu Saga once again is not a team. All right, so he's actually stacking health restoration on strike card, and he's getting blast armor. His blast attack's actually healing him. He's healing 3% of his health every time he uses a blast card. It's interesting. It's pretty good. The blue card is the Guilty Shot. This is a long-range blue card. Massive damage, 30% special move damage inflicted for 3 counts, and destroys all of your enemy's special move and special arts cards on hit. Okay, so you're destroying all blue and green cards. The green card is Screech of Exaltation. This is a stop-time green card. Draws a blast card next. Restores own health by 15% and ki by 50. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 20 counts. So he's going to go type neutral defensively for 20 counts. Shorten sub count by 5 to self for 20 counts. Okay, that's pretty good. You can get this guy back in very quickly. And then inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 50% to health restoration for 20 counts. Okay, sure. Ultimate is Guilty Flash. Oh yeah, I remember this. Massive damage, 50% ultimate, and then it does do AoE damage. Destroys all of your enemies' cards. Reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 2 is very strong. And then seals the enemy's Rising Rush for 15 counts with blast armor. Yeah, that's a pretty annoying ultimate, actually. Main ability is draws the ultimate arts card, heals by 30%, gets 50 ki back, permanent 30% damage inflicted buff. He's also getting permanent cost reduction, minus 5 to strike and blast arts costs. And then he does gain endurance nullification for 30 counts, which is pretty nice. Z ability, we have Regen Buu Saga or Powerful Opponent Strike and Blast Defense, so double defense once again. And then Majin Buu Saga gets 18% to strike attack. Falling effects occur when battle starts. 100% damage inflicted, 70% reduced damage received. Also applies the following effects to allies if there are 2 episode Majin Buu Saga battle members other than this character in the party. This is the part of this character that I really don't like, that they are restricting him to Majin Buu Saga, because Majin Buu Saga will not be a team. I'm just telling you right now, Majin Buu Saga will not exist. Because you're trying to fit a character like Buu on a team with like Vegito, and then you have to throw like Gohan on there, and you're just not going to be able to mesh a good bench together. That's the weakness of these Sagas teams. Unless you're the movies team, which is the only Saga team that's ever going to really be a thing. The reason why you can't really get this to work is because there's not enough good bench Zenkai supporting characters to help the team cohesively be built. It's not going to work, period. So I really don't like this, but if you are running a full Majin Buu Saga team, he's going to be giving 20% damage and 15% critical rate support to the team, which is not bad. Falling effects occur when the character enters the battlefield. 70% damage inflicted, 20% damage inflicted, activates 3 times. This guy actually can get a lot of damage. He's starting with 100%. He's getting 30% permanent from his mains. He's at 130 already. He's supporting 20% if you're on a full Buu team. That's 150. He's getting 70%. That's 220. And then he's stacking 20% 3 times. So he's going to be at 280%. 280% damage inflicted once you have all those things on top of each other, which you probably want to start with this character so that... Actually, do you? Because he's destroying an enemy card twice here. So yeah, this is tricky because like you benefit from starting out with him to get as many stacks of this damage as possible, but you waste one of the card destructions. I'd probably value the card destruction over the damage. So I probably wouldn't start with this character actually. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, minus 30% to health restoration for 20 counts. Also inflicts all enemies with 2 sub counts if there are 2 ally Majin Buu Saga category characters category. 2 Majin Buu Saga battle members other than this character in the party. Yeah, so that's the same condition as the support. Falling effects occur every time when faced with an enemy. There's so much. Dude, look at this. This is a 1% sparking. Look at this. Restores health by 5% and ki by 30. Applies attribute upgrade minus 20% to enemy sustained damage cut effects. Itself for 10 counts. And then inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade -1 to arts card draw speed for 10 counts. Following effects occur if owner remaining health is 50% or below when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character is in the battlefield. Yeah, this is a really, really strong disrupt as well. He's healing himself by 30%. He's nullifying unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 20 counts. So a lot of ways for this guy to go type neutral defensively. He is reducing enemy ki by 70 and then reducing enemies Dragon Balls by 1. So this is, again, one of those just like pure disrupts where you're not going to really have to worry too much about the enemy being able to continue the combo here because they can't rush you and you're healing from this. And it's just a better version of the fusing Gogeta Blues disrupt, I think. All right, cover change against blasts, which is nice. Comboable with the blue card. The self after enemy attack is over. Healing's 30% of the damage received up to 30%. 20% damage inflicted. He's getting card draw speed. This is his only way, I think, of getting card draw speed, actually, isn't it? After the enemies finishes their attack. Then he gets cover null for 15 counts. So he's getting card draw speed and cover null when he gets hit. Okay. Falling effects occur every time when hit with an enemy strike blast or special move arts attack while this character's in the battlefield. Cancels on attribute downgrades, reduce enemy ki by 30. And then +5 to all arts costs for 5 counts. Yeah, that's a stacking cost increase debuff, which is pretty strong. That's the same, pretty much the same effect that the Saiyan Saga Goku, Zenkai Saiyan Saga Goku has. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. Following effects occur when enemy activates an ultimate, awakened, or rising rush while this character's in the battlefield. Shortens ally sub count by 5. -30% to ultimate and awakened arts power, and then cancels enemies attribute upgrades and buff effects, so you can switch to an endurance unit and they can survive like Vegeto's rush or something like that. So overall seems pretty good. I just really don't like the Majin Buu Saga team restriction just because it's never gonna work. All right, so that's that. We should have some new equipment to take a look at as well. If nothing else, we do have the co-op equip. There's going to be a new co-op season starting today. And there's also going to be a new Awakened equipment because Zenkai Rush is resetting as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the archive here. What do we have? There's no new PvP equip because we still have 1 week left of the current season. Okay, so that's the new co-op equip. They did show this off during the reveal yesterday. Let's see what it does. This is for a lot of characters. Sagas from the movies and God Key. You know how many characters are on that? So many units could use this. Okay, starting off strong, 10% to health in slot 1. That is very good. We have 15% to base blast defense and strike defense in slots 2 and 3. And then 12% to pure strike and blast attack when tagged Super Saiyan God is a battle member. So obviously this is just meant to be used with any characters you're using alongside God Goku. Because right now, this new God Goku is the only Super Saiyan God that you would use, right? Yeah, you're not using like yellow God Vegeta, so. Very good equip. HP, 2 thumbs up. This is good. Just a kind of like a traditional co-op equip at this point. Just really solid. All right. I think that's it until we get to the Awakened equip, which should be coming up. Ooh. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I remember this. Is this a defensive equipment? I don't even really remember this one. This is for all Buu Saga characters. Special move and ultimate damage by 12%. Okay. So if you don't have an ultimate, this is not going to be as good. Which I guess means it's not going to be like super crazy for the fusing units. Strike or blast attack 22%. And then 10% to pure strike and blast attack if a battle member other than this character is Buu Saga. Yeah, this is just a purely offensive equipment. I was definitely wrong about that. I thought this was for some reason I saw the image and I thought it was more of a defensive equipment. But this is good, right? Obviously, this is designed for Ultimate Gohan to be used in like a Buu Saga team, the new one. Because he has an ultimate. The fusing units don't have an ultimate. Free-to-play 18 doesn't have an ultimate. Supreme Kai, I guess, could use this, but you don't really want to build Supreme Kai offensively. There aren't really that many characters I can think of that would like majorly benefit from this. I guess like Ultra Kid Buu, Ultra Vegeta, Ultra Super Vegito could use this, but like you're not really running those units right now. And it's a good equipment. It's just very hyper offensive, which is fine. this is a very strong offensive equipment because you're getting 10% to both pure offenses and then 22% to base offense, plus you're getting special move ultimate. Yeah, this is a lot of power in here. But I think there's, yeah, again, you're not going to use this on the fusing units, or at least Vegito. So, okay, so there we go. Those are the characters and equipment that are coming out today. Let me know down below what you guys think of the new units. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.